when I started learning English, so I started taking a spoken English classes as well. So one day in my spoken English classes, my tutor asked me a very simple sentence. So there I had to say he has a car, but instead of saying this, I said he have a car. It wasn't perfect, I know very well, but instead of correcting me, my tutor gave me a disgusting look. He gave me a cruel joke of look, as if my effort was trivial for him. And the very next moment, he asked the same thing to another student, and that student answered very correctly. He said that he has a car. But even till now, after 4 to 5 years, I can't even describe that unaffable feeling which I had that moment. You know what, guys? I was surrounded by boys of my age, 19 to 20, and usually at that age, girls want to create a good impression on boys, which same thing I also had in my mind at that time. But instead of making good impression on them, I felt so disrespected and humiliated in that class. Honestly, I felt like drowning myself in a spoon of water. एक चम्मच पानी में मुझे डूब मर जाने का मन हुआ. Let me take you back to the time when I could barely speak a sentence in English. Yes, even I also started from zero, from very scratch. And the journey was quite laborious for me. But my resilient attitude helped me to keep moving forward. I remember I joined spoken English classes in the starting in this hope that yes, now I would speak English fluently. But instead of this, my tutor always humiliated me, and his words only exaggerated my fear. I was sitting in the class surrounded by students who seemed so assertive and confident. And then I was like nervous, silent, inwardly gloomy, doubting on myself. Whenever the teacher asked something spontaneously, my heart would beat faster. But he never tried to mitigate my fear or make me calm down. He never tried such kind of things. I was afraid of making mistakes, and I told him about this thing very clearly that I'm very afraid of making mistakes, and whenever I open my mouth for speaking English, I feel so scared that yes, people will judge me. But he never consoled me or he never motivated me. But when he was just enrolling myself in his classes, so he said that okay, you will learn English in 2 months, you will learn English in 3 months, and we will support you. There are so many students like you in my classes, so don't worry about it. He told me this kind of things. But ever since I joined his classes, his personality changed totally. Like, I observed that he has composite personality. बाहर के लिए कुछ, अंदर के लिए कुछ. दिखा हाथी के दांत दिखाने के कुछ होते हैं, खाने के कुछ और होते हैं. I saw such कहावत happening in real life practically. Today I'm telling all these things in very fun way, but even today when I recall this kind of things, my heart starts pounding and I feel so fragile inside. That is why in my own classes, I always encourage my students. For me, like, all of the students are same. I never discriminate in any of them. मैंने ना उसी टाइम अपना मन बना लिया था कि मैं अगर किसी दिन इंग्लिश सिखाने लायक बन भी जाऊंगी ना, तो मैं कभी भी ऐसा बिहेवियर नहीं रखूंगी टूवर्ड्स माय स्टूडेंट्स. That is why, I can resonate with my students very well. Whenever they share their problem, I resonate with them and I give them very pragmatic solution. Now, this kind of insult became very normal for me just after 5 to 6 days. But still, I made a plan that I would complete this 1 month, for which I had already paid to my tutor. Otherwise, like, my parents would really get angry on me that why did I stop in between, because before joining these classes, I was like forcing my parents a lot that please enroll myself in that classes. Only this classes can help me to learn English now. So even though the fees was very high, but still my parents somehow they managed it. So now my father paid him for 1 month in advance. So now in between I couldn't stop that classes, so I thought I will complete this 1 month anyhow, and after that I will leave this class. And finally, after completing that 1 month, I firmly jotted down in my mind that I would learn English on my own with a resilient spirit and no excuses. I started watching English cartoons. I wrote a daily journal in English. I spoke to myself in the mirror. I recorded my voice and I recorded myself in the camera. I started exploring everything in English because YouTube was there. I explored everything, whatever interest I had, I explored everything on YouTube in English. I stopped consuming Hindi content. And then slowly and gradually, English became a nourishing part of my daily life. I started nourishing my English skill every single day. I stopped counting minutes and days that how many minutes, how many hours I practiced or listened English. I stopped counting it, and you guys please stop counting. You guys ask that how many hours should I practice? Don't count. When you love somebody, do you count that how much you care about that person? Do you count that thing? Or do you count that how many times I said good morning to that person, I said this kind of message to that person? Do you count it? We never count whenever we love somebody. So same with English. You should start loving English. Don't start with hate. Otherwise, you will take a lot of time to learn this language. So I completely stopped counting minutes and hours and that days कि मैं कितने दिनों से इंग्लिश सीख रही हूँ. I stopped counting it. It was happening slowly and gradually. I accepted it. प्यार धीरे धीरे होता है. So I accepted this thing that okay, slowly and gradually I will develop the love towards English language. I had been studying, speaking, listening. Instead, I just focused on consistency, which became my non-negotiable rule. I started using new words like consistent, articulate, enthusiastic, pathetic, audacity. I started using these words because whenever I was doing a listening practice, I come to know about this kind of words. So I started collecting them. One important thing I did was phrases. You know what, if you ask me that what you like the most, like idioms and phrases, so I will say I love phrases. I love using them. So I started jotting down those phrases. Can you repeat that please? I didn't understand. That's nice to know about you. That's nice to hear. Please speak slowly. That's so interesting. So these kind of small phrases you can master. Of course, the journey wasn't always easy for me. There were days I felt discouraged, almost ready to give up. There were even people who cracked lame jokes about my accent or grammar whenever I made silly mistakes. But I kept going because I had a clear intention that I wanted to conquer my fear and become better. Not perfect. I never thought of becoming perfect person. I just thought that I just want to convey my message, whatever I want to say to the other person. Okay, if I tell you one more funny story. One day I was trying to speak English in a mall at a shop. I was buying something there. Yeah, there was a sale, I think so. I still remember. And I still try to find such kind of sale, but I couldn't actually. Okay. So the thing which I was telling that in that mall, I was buying clothes. Yeah. So at that shop, I said something in English and it was wrong actually. So the shopkeeper almost burst into mirthful laughter, but he tried hard to hide his laugh. But I felt, yeah, a little bit I felt fragile and humiliated at the moment, but yet deep down I knew that this is a part of our learning journey. Okay, so but later I smiled and said to myself that it's okay, one mistake can't stop me, even 100 mistakes can't stop me. So it was just one mistake in front of that person. So I learned to be resilient and to bounce back after every failure, and I took each mistake as a trivial reason to grow stronger. Now at the end of the video, let me give you 5 pragmatic tips that helped me, and it can help you as well to learn English easily. Tip number 1, start small. Don't try to read advanced at once. Okay, start with kids books, short videos, and simple conversations. Tip number 2, speak without fear. Use simple phrases even if it's a broken English, but try to speak English. Tip number 3, make it fun. Listen to English songs, watch movies, watch stand up comedy in English, and play word games. Just try to enjoy English actually. Sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, we always accept English as a burden, which mistake I also made in my life, and I always hated English. I always hated actually, yeah. But ever since I started enjoying English, this journey became very easy. So stop hating English and start accepting. So, my friend, for me, English is just a language. It's a key that opens doors to jobs, to travel, knowledge, confidence, and money as well. Yeah, first of all, you think that English is just a skill and a language. No, it opens doors for you to earn as well. You don't need to be perfect actually. Whenever you are having conversation with somebody, you just need to be assertive enough to start, and that little step can prevent years of regret. Okay, so that's it for today's video, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share this video with who is learning English. This simple act could be a remarkable help for them and for me as well. Bye bye, take care.